You're about to discover 30 life lessons that will completely change the way you see the world. Lessons that reveal why you suffer, why you compare, why you feel lost, and how to finally rise above it. These aren't modern quotes recycled from self-help books. They're the timeless truths of the greatest minds in history: Nietzsche, Socrates, Marcus Aurelius, Plato, Aristotle, Machiavelli, Zhuangzi, Pythagoras, thinkers who saw life stripped of illusion. By the end of this video, you'll see pain not as punishment but as power. You'll understand why chasing comfort makes you weak, why peace doesn't come from control but surrender, and why most people live in cages built from their own thoughts. This video won't give you temporary motivation. It will rewire how you perceive your existence. It will make you question everything you thought you knew about strength, happiness, truth, and freedom. So before you scroll away, ask yourself, how many more years will you live on autopilot? Because what you're about to hear isn't just advice. It's a survival guide for the soul, drawn from the minds that decoded life itself. Life lessons. 1. Pain is not the enemy. It's the path to power. Every time you run from pain, you surrender a piece of your strength. Nietzsche believed that greatness is forged in the fire of suffering. When life breaks you, it's not punishing you. It's shaping you. You don't grow when things are easy. You grow when you refuse to give up. Every scar you carry is proof that you've faced something that tried to destroy you and failed. Life lessons 2. Stop chasing comfort. Struggle makes you strong. Comfort is seductive. It whispers that you're safe, that you've made it. But comfort also dulls your edge. Nietzsche called comfort the death of potential. The moment you stop struggling, you stop evolving. Every challenge, every uncertainty, every moment of discomfort, that's where your next version is born. Life lessons 3. Create yourself. Don't try to fit in. You weren't born to imitate. You were born to create. Society tells you to conform, to follow, to be normal. But Nietzsche reminds you, the individual who obeys too much forgets who he is. Your task in life isn't to copy others. It's to sculpt your own soul, even if that means standing alone. Life lessons 4. The world respects those who dare to be alone. Most people fear solitude because it reveals who they truly are. But solitude is not loneliness. It's clarity. It's in silence that your real voice appears. Nietzsche called this the path of the free spirit, the one who walks alone but never feels lost. Because when you no longer need the crowd, you finally find your power. You're not supposed to escape the struggle. You're supposed to use it. Pain, discomfort, solitude. These aren't curses. They're invitations. Invitations to become someone the world cannot ignore. Life lessons 5. Question everything, even your own thoughts. You've been conditioned since childhood, by parents, teachers, culture, and fear, to see the world in a certain way. But how much of that is actually yours? Socrates believed wisdom begins with doubt. The moment you start asking, "Is this true?" you begin to dismantle the invisible walls around your mind. Every unquestioned belief is a chain. Every honest question is a key. Life lessons 6. The unexamined life isn't worth living. You can build a career, a relationship, even a reputation. But if you never look within, you're just decorating a prison cell. Socrates wasn't urging you toward despair. He was offering freedom. Self-examination is painful, yes, but it's the only way to meet your authentic self, the one buried beneath social masks and silent fears. Life lessons 7. Don't argue to win. Argue to understand. In a world where everyone wants to be right, Socrates sought truth, not victory. The next time you argue, ask yourself, are you defending your ego or seeking clarity? When you argue to win, you grow louder. When you argue to understand, you grow wiser. Real strength isn't in proving others wrong. It's in being open enough to see where you might be wrong. Life lessons 8. Admitting I don't know is the beginning of wisdom. Socrates was called the wisest man alive because he knew nothing. That sounds ironic, but it's the deepest humility there is. The day you stop pretending to know everything is the day your mind opens to real learning. There is power in saying, "I don't know." It's not weakness. It's the start of transformation. Socrates teaches you that ignorance isn't your enemy. Arrogance is. When you dare to question, to doubt, to not know, you make space for truth to enter. And truth, once it enters, changes everything. Life Lessons 9. You can't control everything, and that's your superpower. Every day you try to control outcomes, how people see you, how events unfold, how life should go. But control is an illusion. Marcus Aurelius understood this better than anyone. Peace begins the moment you surrender the illusion of control. You can't command the storm, but you can steady your ship. What happens outside you is chance. What happens within you is choice. Life Lessons 10. Stop reacting. Start responding. Reacting is instinct. Responding is mastery. Every time you react in anger, in fear, or in frustration, you hand your peace to the chaos around you. But when you pause, even for a second, you reclaim your authority. Marcus wrote in his journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Remember that. The gap between reaction and response is where your freedom lives. Life Lessons 11. Focus on what you can control, not what you wish you could. You can't change the opinions of others, the economy, or the past, but you can change how you meet the present moment. Stoicism isn't apathy, it's precision. It's knowing where to place your effort so nothing is wasted. Imagine how much energy you'd free if you stopped wrestling what isn't yours to fix. Life Lessons 12. Accept life as it is, not as you want it to be. This doesn't mean surrendering to misery, and it means aligning with reality. The Stoics called it amor fati, love of fate. Everything that happens, even what hurts, is part of your becoming. Acceptance isn't weakness, it's intelligence. You stop asking, "Why me?" and start asking, "What is this teaching me?" Marcus Aurelius didn't live an easy life. He ruled through war, plague, and loss. But he remained calm because he understood this. Life doesn't obey you. It reveals you. And the more you accept that truth, the less the world can shake you. Life Lessons 13. Don't be naive. People aren't always what they seem. You want to trust everyone, to see the good in every face. But Machiavelli saw the world unflinchingly. People act from self-interest. Recognizing this isn't cynicism, it's clarity. The sooner you understand that intentions aren't always pure, the sooner you protect your heart and your dreams. Life Lessons 14. Be kind, but never weak. Kindness is a strength, but only when paired with boundaries. The world will exploit weakness disguised as virtue. Machiavelli's lesson is stark. Generosity without discernment is dangerous. You can be compassionate without being a doormat. You can help without losing yourself. Life Lessons 15. Protect your heart without becoming cold. Life will test your trust. Betrayal, deception, and manipulation are inevitable. The lesson isn't to harden completely. It's to armor selectively. Learn to recognize who deserves your openness and who doesn't. Protecting your heart is an act of strategy, not fear. Life Lessons 16. Honesty without strategy can destroy you. You've been taught that honesty is always virtuous. Machiavelli flips the script. Honesty without wisdom, without timing, without discernment, can ruin relationships, careers, even lives. There is power in knowing when and how to speak the truth. It's not lying. It's surviving intelligently. Machiavelli teaches you that life is not a fairy tale. It is a battlefield of intentions, desires, and hidden motives. Kindness alone cannot carry you. Strength alone cannot guide you. The balance between the two is your armor. The world will test your wisdom. And only those who prepare, who see clearly, and who act strategically will not be broken. Life Lessons 17. Most people live in a cave of illusions. Don't be one of them. Plato's allegory of the cave is more relevant today than ever. You scroll through curated lives on screens, believing it's reality. You follow trends, opinions, and ideologies without question, thinking you are free. But freedom isn't following the shadows. It's stepping into the light. The first step is awareness, noticing that much of what you accept as truth is someone else's projection. Life lessons. 18. Pleasure isn't happiness. You chase moments that feel good, likes, indulgence, temporary validation. Plato warns, pleasure is a sedative for the soul. True fulfillment doesn't come from the fleeting highs of consumption, but from aligning with deeper values. What satisfies your desires may not satisfy your spirit. Life lessons. 19. Chasing appearances destroys the soul. The world rewards image over substance, yet the soul decays when you live for appearances. Plato challenges you to ask, are you living for others' applause or your own integrity? When your life becomes a performance, authenticity dies. You cannot find truth if you are too busy polishing the mask. Life lessons. 20. Love the truth, even when it hurts. Truth is rarely comfortable. It often exposes failure, hypocrisy, and fear, but avoidance is the enemy of growth. Plato teaches that a soul that embraces truth, however bitter, transforms it into wisdom. Every moment you shy away from reality is a moment wasted. Every truth accepted is a step closer to freedom. Plato urges you to see life not as entertainment, not as distraction, but as revelation. To walk out of the cave is to confront your illusions. To pursue truth is to face discomfort, challenge your instincts, and discover the life that exists beyond shadows. The cost of ignoring it? A lifetime of chasing shadows, while the real world passes silently by. Life lessons. 21. Everything in moderation, even good things. You chase success, love, pleasure, and knowledge, often in extremes. Aristotle calls this the golden mean. Virtue lies between deficiency and excess. Too much ambition can blind you. Too little leaves you stagnant. Too much indulgence numbs the soul. Too little starves it. Mastery is found in balance, in knowing not only what to pursue, but how much is enough. Life lessons. 22. Happiness isn't a feeling, it's a habit. You wait for happiness to strike like lightning. A fleeting moment, a surge of joy. Aristotle teaches differently. Happiness, or eudaimonia, is cultivated daily through consistent actions. It is not earned by chance, it is grown like a garden. Every choice, every habit, every small act of virtue lays the foundation for a life that feels genuinely full. Life lessons. 23. Purpose is more important than motivation. Motivation is fleeting. Purpose endures. You may feel unmotivated today, distracted tomorrow, but a life anchored in purpose navigates chaos effortlessly. Aristotle urges you to align your actions with a reason greater than convenience or desire. Purpose is your compass when the winds of circumstance try to steer you off course. Life lessons. 24. Excellence is a daily practice, not a gift. You admire greatness and wish it were handed to you. But Aristotle reminds you, excellence isn't inherited, it is earned. Every moment presents a choice, to practice virtue, to act with intention, to refine skill and character. Greatness is stitched into the fabric of ordinary days, not only in extraordinary moments. Aristotle teaches you that life is a craft: balance, habit, purpose, and consistent effort. These are the tools. Without them, your days drift. With them, even struggle becomes meaningful. The life you long for isn't a destination. It is the accumulation of conscious choices, lived day by day. Life lessons. 25. Let life flow. Stop fighting what you can't control. You resist change, cling to plans, and try to force outcomes. Zhuangzi teaches the art of wu wei, effortless action. The river doesn't struggle against the rocks, it flows around them. When you stop resisting, you conserve energy, reduce suffering, and open space for opportunity. Life works best when you learn to move with it, not against it. Life lessons. 26. The art of doing nothing is a form of wisdom. In a world obsessed with productivity, Zhuangzi reminds you that stillness is not wasted. Reflection, pause, and quiet allow insight to emerge. Doing nothing isn't laziness. It's tuning into the currents of life. Often, clarity and solutions appear when the mind is relaxed, not forced. Life Lessons 27. Freedom begins when you stop taking life too seriously. You carry burdens that aren't yours, expectations, judgments, fears of what others think. Zhuangzi teaches that laughter, lightness, and perspective are paths to liberation. When you stop treating life as a crisis and start seeing it as a dance, your mind opens and freedom grows. Life Lessons 28. The more you let go, the more you find peace. Attachment is suffering. Zhuangzi understood that holding tightly to control, desire, or fear only intensifies pain. Every time you release expectations, grudges, illusions, you reclaim inner space. Peace isn't found in getting everything you want. It's found in surrendering what you cannot hold. Zhuangzi's wisdom is deceptively simple, yet radical. Stop forcing. Stop clinging. Stop fearing. Let the world move as it will, and let yourself move with it. In letting go, you discover the life you were struggling to find all along. Life Lessons 29. Your mind needs harmony, not more noise. You live in constant stimulation, notifications, opinions, endless content. Pythagoras believed the soul craves harmony, like a finely tuned instrument. Chaos in your environment creates chaos in your mind. To think clearly, to act wisely, you must cultivate order within. Silence, structure, and rhythm are not luxuries. They are necessities for a mind that seeks truth and peace. Life Lessons 30. The way you live is the music you create. Life is not a rehearsal. Every choice, every habit, every thought adds a note to the melody of your existence. Pythagoras teaches that your actions resonate far beyond what you see. Live carelessly, and your song is discordant. Live intentionally, and you create harmony, not just for yourself, but for those around you. Your life is a composition. Make it worth hearing. These final lessons invite you to step back and listen to the currents within, the rhythm of your days, the resonance of your actions. Philosophy is not abstract theory. It is music for the soul, guiding you toward a life lived deliberately, profoundly, and beautifully. When you integrate these 30 lessons, from Nietzsche's fire to Pythagoras' harmony, you don't just survive life, you awaken to it. You stop chasing illusions. You stop fearing the inevitable. You stop living in fragments. And you start living in clarity, in purpose, in freedom. Look back for a moment at the path you've just walked through. Nietzsche taught you to turn suffering into strength. Socrates urged you to question everything. Marcus Aurelius showed you the power of responding rather than reacting. Machiavelli reminded you to navigate the world with clarity and strategy. Plato revealed the illusions that bind most people. Aristotle handed you the tools to live with balance and purpose. Zhuangzi whispered the freedom of letting go. Pythagoras called you to harmony and intentional living. These aren't just lessons to admire from afar. They are instructions for your life, waiting to be applied. The fire of struggle, the mirror of self-examination, the calm of acceptance, the strategy of discernment, the pursuit of truth, the cultivation of virtue, the art of surrender, and the rhythm of harmony. All of it is here for you. If you take even one of these lessons seriously, your perspective will shift. You'll see discomfort as opportunity. You'll see solitude as clarity. You'll see chaos as a teacher. You'll see your life as a composition, not a series of random notes, but a symphony you are composing with every choice. The question now is not whether you remember these lessons. It's whether you live them. Philosophy is not decoration. It is transformation. The world will continue in its noise and distraction, but you have a chance to step beyond it, to walk deliberately, and to craft a life that resonates with purpose, depth, and authenticity. So ask yourself, Will you keep drifting, chasing fleeting comforts and shadows? Or will you take these 30 lessons and let them shape the way you move, think, and feel? Starting today, the choice is yours. And make no mistake, the life you choose to ignore is the life you choose to lose. Now that you've seen these 30 life lessons, it's time to make them real. Knowledge without action is like a sword that never leaves its sheath, powerful in theory, useless in practice. Start small. Pick one lesson today. Reflect on it. Apply it. Notice how it shifts your thinking, your reactions, your choices. Then move to the next. Slowly, deliberately, you'll see your life transform, not overnight, but steadily, like a river carving its path through stone. If this video opened your mind even a little, imagine what a full journey through philosophy and self-growth could do. Share it with someone who needs it. Comment below which lesson hit you hardest. And subscribe for more videos that explore the deepest truths of life. Truths that don't just inspire, but transform. Because here's the reality. Every day you ignore these lessons, the world continues shaping you without your consent. Every day you engage with them, you reclaim your life, your freedom, and your mind. So take the first step. Apply one lesson today. And remember, the philosophers didn't just teach ideas. They handed you a map to living fully. Your journey starts now.